Okay, so a couple years ago, we were putting together a convention. This was totally an accident, but the people that might have been familiar with some of the things I was working on a couple years ago about speakers meeting and talking about various topics, probably kind of more of a public, open to the public, but more private in a private setting to raise money, awareness projects that I've worked on several projects, but ones that I think might be matter to the average person, or the persons that would be included in it, and in some small way, contributions and things like that are both shared in a way that I think a lot of people who contribute at a convention level, each one will have maybe a book or something tangible for somebody to walk away with, whether it be a file folder. I want everyone who works on presentations, does speeches, if you haven't done a speech, this is a good time to prepare. So if I was running a classroom, I would want them to have something tangible to hold on to, something that when they're walking away with something in their hand. And I know that from sales that I want them to hold something. I want them to connect with me on something, like in the case of sales, yeah. I want them to walk away feeling like, yeah, I like what this product is, or I'd like to at least sample a product. So I want to talk about sampling, branding, marketing, advertising, things I've learned in the field, in sales, in certain aspects, and still learning. When a customer comes into a store and you look at shopping behaviors, probably buyer's remorse, most of those words might sound familiar to those of you who probably shop or have shopping behaviors. Most people oftentimes don't even realize it, but they're spending emotionally, or they're buying foods that they want that have better quality, or they want to produce a product, or in this case, if they're manufacturing a product, a small business, we've noticed like co-ops, where I'm from in Pittsburgh, they put together little small packages, and the samplings that I've been able to try in the last couple of weeks, I've noticed like a lot of the microbrews and homemade wines and homemade beers and candles and essential oils that are homemade have even more essence because of the craftiness. So when you see the people that really put the work together and you get to meet them, like I have a shawl that was made by a woman who actually handcrafts a lot of her jewelry. And if you're not fascinated by that, well, you have to see the jewelry and get to know the people that we met in the field. But what it comes down to, and what I hope all of us accomplish, is that when we're looking at quality products, we look at the quality people behind it, because they're interesting even more so because of the products they purchase, the products they produce with their own hands. So I find a lot of the shopping behaviors, the corporate structure, a lot of people buy things that are in the corporate world, or which have value, but the value and quality in a product is usually because of the small business owner, what their values, and you learn a lot about people and their lives and the lifestyle, the things that cultivate a different culture. And mainly where I started was this culture, this environment is really a new culture. It's a small business culture, but it still has ingenuity, it hasn't lost its appeal. And when people buy and purchase things, even in a consignment shop, you'll notice that a lot of things, just depending on the style and where, I met a lot of stylists, same thing. They have a certain attire and they do their makeup a certain way. When we're in the field, of course, it's not like that, but we just do what we have to do. But working in the field and meeting people and running out of money and running out of gas, there's so much to say about America. You really have to see a different side. It scares me that we were in situations like that. But at the same time, I saw the love, the kindness, the consideration others have for others. So I hope whatever you gain from whatever conference or speeches, or I hope you absorb the information and take notes and make sure you keep yourself in check, get your paperwork stacked up, but make sure you want to take a lot of notes because there's a lot of learning to do in a convention setting where small businesses are trying to start, make money, and this is just a network of small businesses that are trying to work together. Because so many people have to find ways to work for themselves or become independent business owners. Many of you know about Amway. A lot of people threw them under the bus, but there's a lot of the same thing. It's like it's easier to get the efforts of 100 people instead of expecting a lot from one person. Meaning the efforts, even just a little time and effort can go a long way. Meaning you don't have to work hard. You can work smart, but not hard. Because at the point that some of us are at, I'm almost 50 years old. I can't work at the same capacity as I did at 25 or even at 35, not even at 40. But the level of work can be cut in pretty much in a fraction if we spread our time out and do more better at managing our time. I know because I've lived through enough to say that those are the things that come to my mind when I'm looking at trying to get a job or working. Like I just applied to work for Hyundai. So obviously I'm going to think about the things that make me a more person of substance or character. So those things are going to matter to the people that are working together. If you network or you're looking at new ideas, marketing and branding and shopping behaviors, all these things that really I think you can immerse yourself in the book knowledge, but to see it, it's another thing. So hopefully we get a better perspective, but hopefully whatever we try to accomplish, that small businesses can come away with more information or new ideas or work even together. Thank you.